But Canada, I was in
Very
you
sorry,
yesterday.
won't happen again, Canada.
For Canada, I was in you last week.
Yeah, we'll keep this little boy in stateside.
Yep. Toronto's kind of mid. I haven't been there since I saw Alex Rodriguez hit a home run when I was a kid.
Good.
But
It's not that good.
the thing is about Toronto, it's really weird, is like you go down the street, and it's like nice restaurant, kind of nice restaurant, shitty restaurant, vandalism. And then it's like, and then the next building's like the nicest restaurant you can see. Like there's just no like in between. Like it's just like nice, like upscale New York City type restaurant, then Detroit foreclosure. Like it's just there's no middle ground. Like you're walking through like
That's the worst thing you could say about a city. It gets Detroit real fast.
It's like it's a very diverse like city.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that reflects it because it's just like nice. Probably some fine
Nice.
like
Yeah.
Indian food, like Chinese food.
Chinatown's
and then
not
shit.
bad over there. I like their Chinatown.
Really? Their
Yeah.
Tim Hortons is pretty good too. It was noticeably better. Got bagels and shit.
They have the same frozen shit everywhere.
Yeah. With their coffee.
Yeah.
I still don't know what kilometer is. I still no
The
idea.
kilometer?
Yeah, whatever.
The kilometer?
Yeah, no clue.
That's like their mile.
Yeah,
I think.
the Canadian.
Slightly longer. I don't know.
You know what one of my favorite jokes ever is? In Workaholics, they were talking about Drake,
Yeah.
and he goes, "How come?" He was like, "Drake's kind of white. How come he can say the N-word?" He's like, "It means something else in Canadian." It's one of the best.
That's pretty good.
It cracks me up every time. And I said that to my girlfriend on the way.
I do feel like I'm dressed like a cholo right now. I know it's summer and I'm wearing the beanie, but I did get badly sunburned, and there's a lot of...
Flash it.
I'm not flashing. There's a lot of dead skin, and I'm just trying to...
Is it bad?
It's peeling. It's at the peeling phase.
Okay.
And I'd like to, especially for work, I'd like
Did
to...
it hurt?
This time it didn't really hurt.
Okay.
No, I got on top of it pretty quickly.
Who gets sunburned worse, you or Ben?
Me.
Really?
I burn a lot.
Ben gets real red.
I don't really leave the caves too often.
Yeah.
Yeah, the overseer does not let me leave the caves as much as Ben. So Ben's more used to the light than I am. Yeah, usually.
Who gets more red when they drink?
Oh, Ben, he flares up like a fucking tomato. I think he's gonna die. Half the times I think he's gonna die. If anything, I just get more pale.
Dude, his body probably
I get
can't
more
even.
pale.
I do too.
Which I don't. That's why I don't like tanning.
I actually have.
This woman at work's like, "Oh, did you get more tan over the weekend?" I'm like, "I'm very badly burnt. I'm in a lot of pain." No, I didn't. I like being pale.
So I was
I'm
in
going back underground. Turn those lights off.
When I was in Toronto. I went for a wedding, and so me and this guy were sitting there talking, just.
Oh, I'm sure you good.
And the groom came over, and he handed us each a glass, and he accosted me. He goes in his hand, he's pouring it, and I'm pretty fucked up. I was the first one to start drinking in the day, and immediately, as soon as I took the shot, I went right to the bathroom and threw up like 3 times.
Yeah.
And then, so I come back, I sit down, I'm like, my girlfriend's on the bench, her friend, and then her boyfriend, and so I'm like, man. I just threw up. I feel like shit. I feel like I can smell it. Like, this smell is awful. I can't even deal with it. And my girlfriend's friend goes, well, at least you're not like the groom. He threw up in that bush behind you. So I, like, turned around, and I see a mountain of puke in this bush. And I'm like, oh, my God. Thank God that wasn't me. Like, I thought my shirt was ruined. I was about to go burn it. I saw so much. It was orange. It was nasty.
Don't do shots of tequila at all.
He was shit faced.
No, it's his wedding.
Yeah, it's his dad.
He's got to get used to the rest
He's
of
a good
marriage.
guy. Yeah.
Am I right?
Oh! Who brought this guy?
Oh, can he say that? I guess I can. I wish I was like bald and wearing this, because then I'd look more like a cancer patient.
Oh my God. I don't know if you can say that one. I'm not sure you can say. John Cena will be here soon enough. Speaking of that, did you see Vince McMahon is getting a Netflix documentary?
Shouldn't he be arrested?
Well, his lawsuit's on hold. I actually did some and
There's a lot of
research about
sexual
him.
assault surrounding this man.
Yeah,
if I'm not
so the
mistaken.
3 points that the girl highlighted in the sexual assault that I read about was he covered her in his own shit. And then he showed Brock Lesnar, a wrestler, naked pictures of the girl to try and get him to sign back with the WWE. And what was the other thing he did? Yeah, he's got a lot of sexual stuff.
This man's very unwell.
Yeah, yeah. It's been yeah, he's being investigated by the FBI and the Department of Justice right now, so the lawsuits.
I don't think we need an investigation to know that this guy is kind of guilty.
Oh,
I think it's the basic smell test here. We don't need to do an investigation. I think we could sniff this one out pretty easily, folks.
Yeah, they him and the GM of SmackDown, former GM of SmackDown, raped the girl as well at work.
Wow.
And then when his wife found out, she gave him an NDA and then gave her $3 million.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's not good. His documentary's gonna be great.
All for stupid wrestling, folks.
No.
If you like wrestling, you're a child.
Well, Ben, your brother watches
He's a
it
child.
Monday and Friday.
Child. Him and trigonometry over there, they're children. And I know Triggs is a child because he lies like a child, too. I did beat him in that one race. Then every other athletic competition we've had multiple. I've always beaten him.
Yeah,
but he
you
always
beat him.
lies. He's such a child.
My favorite thing about Vince McMahon is I hope they highlight this in the documentary too. He had a world bodybuilding league, and he just pumped dudes up with steroids and had them pose, and he thought that was going to be his next big.
He's just really in the. He's just all over the place, and he's very weird. And I just don't.
He's 80. He's 80 years old and had no idea.
Yeah, I know he's limping around still out there.
Yeah. Well, he's limping the court now.
Good. Like a regular Harvey Weinstein over there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many stories about wrestlers and shit, too.
Yeah.
When I read one of the guys who did, like, the play-by-play commentary, he was on a flight with all of them. And they were, like, groping this fucking waitress on a plane. And, like, there's a bunch of guys. He said they were fighting, like, choke each other and shit.
No.
Just getting hammered. He's like, that wasn't even the worst, because that one got public. Like, that story came out. And he was like, that wasn't even the worst plane ride I've ever had with them.
Jesus. These guys are just...
Because they're roided up.
All they do is fake fight. Keep in mind, that's all they do is fake fight and pretend to do characters and so. That's all they do.
And they're roided up.
I hate this. I hate... Because, again, we know my stance on professional athletes doing this. And it's terrible. But, hey, at least they actually have talent.
Who?
Professional athletes. These guys are just...
They're just failures.
Like, they're playing dress up and then just... What are you doing? You're losers. I'm not going to yell because we can't control...
Yeah.
They're losers. That's what they are. They're just losers.
What about The Rock?
Loser.
John Cena.
I like John Cena.
I like John Cena, too.
I like him a lot.
Yeah. Steve Austin? Stone Cold?
Stone Cold is all right. He's cool.
he's got cool beer.
I won't lie. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Shawn.
I hate The Rock.
So Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. I hate The Rock. I can't even watch movies with him.
He's awful in everything he ever does.
I watched Black Adam. I think that was the only one I've ever seen with him. It was horrible.
He's doing a very serious movie now with one of the Safdie brothers who did Uncut Gems. He's doing an A24 movie.
You think it's going to be any good?
No. You have
A24 hasn't been good lately, though.
A24's almost never been good.
Lighthouse?
The Lighthouse is an exception. But
it's Willem Dafoe.
I've watched the movie twice, and I've been blackout drunk for
Hereditary?
both of them. I've never watched Hereditary. But you have to be blackout drunk to be in the Lighthouse, I think.
Yeah, you got to
So
be.
I did get...
You got to be sipping like them.
Oh, yeah, it had like a bottle of whiskey, and I'm like, yeah, the light. Let me get up there, guys. I, too, want to see the light.
Yeah, you see guys drink
And
on
then I'm
TV
like-
and get a little jealous.
Yeah, and I'm like, shit, I want to kiss Willem Dafoe on the lips. Get
I saw-
over here, you old seaman.
The other day I saw a homeless
over
guy
here,
eating a McDonald's
you
apple
crusty
pie and got
bastard.
jealous.
What?
The other day I saw a homeless guy eating a McDonald's apple pie. I got pretty jealous. It's like, I wish I was doing that this morning. Tuesday, he's just sitting out in the sun, strung out from his bender last night.
Hell yeah.
McDonald's apple pie.
Yeah, no, I've never been
That's the
an
life.
A24 guy.
Yeah, I've only seen a few.
Their films, they all look the same to me. I've noticed that.
Yeah, real artsy.
Yeah, they all have the same, like, look.
Yeah.
They're like, ooh, look what this new director did for A24. I'm like, well, it all looks the same to me. So I'm like, I can't really tell these guys apart. It's hard to describe. You know what I'm getting at, Emily?
I think you haven't seen enough of the, like, not most popular ones, you know what I mean? I've seen a lot of them, so I feel like I have a wider...
What's your top 3?
Get her to turn on the mic.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah, we got
her. We
got
got
another one.
Roped her in. Roped her in,
Hook, line,
boys.
sinker,
Yeah.
baby.
What was top 3 A24 movies? I don't know if it's in my top 3, but The Florida Project is really good. That also has Willem Dafoe in it, but he's like
He's in all of them, right?
He's like the only famous cast member in it, and everybody else is just like people they found on the street.
Okay.
So like that one's kind of fun. It's
That's definitely the guy to have do that.
It's really good.
Because he looks like a guy off the street.
That one's up there. I do like The Lighthouse a lot.
I do.
I like the Lighthouse.
I like getting drunk with them.
I actually hated
Green Room. I love Green Room.
I didn't know that was an
That
A24.
that's early A24.
I do
that
love
movie
Green
rocks.
Room. Having Patrick Stewart.
I haven't seen that one.
Having
awesome.
Patrick Stewart as a neo-Nazi,
like a
is
neo-Nazi.
inspired casting.
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
Green Room rocks.
Last Black Man in San Francisco, really good. That one's a
one.
little more like I don't know when that came out, but
Is Iron
it's
Claw
like
in A24?
very like slice of life. What did you say?
Is Iron Claw in A24?
Yes.
I think
I
I
like
think so.
that movie.
I never saw that one. I want to watch it.
X was
X.
good.
I only watched the Maxine one.
Yeah,
Eighth
the first
grade?
one.
Emmy took me to see the Maxine one, who was
X
on
and
last
Pearl.
week.
Shout out Emma.
X and Pearl are both great.
She loves Pearl.
Pearl's great.
They're like, these are her favorite movies, and I'm like, okay, it's good for you, kid.
I liked Midsummer.
Yeah, I liked Midsummer too.
Midsummer, a little
Yeah.
mid, you ask me.
Really?
It was very hyped, which like
Ex
but I like
Machina?
Florida. Ex Machina.
Machina.
I got halfway through that one and I got
Was
bored. and turned
Uncut
that off.
Gems in A24?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Was it
is
really?
A24,
Yeah.
yeah.
That movie rules.
That movie does rule.
I love just Adam Sandler and Kevin
It's so good.
Garnett. I'm like,
Kevin Garnett was surprisingly
He was
good.
he's always been so intense too.
Yeah, that's what's great about him.
And his like eyes and that too. I'm like, Jesus, I can't imagine him locked in the zone playing against this guy in court. I'm
He
like,
told
I would
us-
shit my pants like Paul Pierce.
you
I'd
know
be
that
terrified.
you know that disease where you are like bald?
Alopecia?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
This player Charles Villanueva had it. He was a pretty decent NBA player for a while. He was guarding Kevin Garnett, and Kevin Garnett goes, "You look like cancer." That's
Oh,
what he
I
told
do
him.
remember.
Remember what he
I
told Tim Duncan?
Yeah, Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
It's
Day
the
when
day
his
after his
mom
mom
died.
died.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett's a
Fucked up.
monster.
I'm not the biggest Hereditary fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I don't really like it.
I like that movie. When she hit the fucking pole, I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
we're
I
in
don't
for
know
some."
what it is. Like I like Toni Collette, but it's like stop screaming.
Yeah, she does just
Stop
scream that whole
screaming,
movie.
please. I'm
Well, as
begging
someone
you.
who can't control the volume of their voice, I sympathize with Toni Collette.
I do like The Witch a lot.
I didn't see The Witch. Is
That
that
one's
Anna-
awesome.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, I didn't see
That was the
one.
guy who did Lighthouse, right?
Yes.
And then he did
Robert
Then
Eggers.
he did Viking movie.
The Northman.
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 Viking
I didn't
movie.
see that one.
It was okay.
He's
was
now
bad.
doing a Nosferatu.
Did you see The
movie.
Green
I'm
Knight?
excited for Nosferatu.
Did you
I
see the-
did see The Green
I
Knight.
hated that movie.
It was not
What,
what
the
I.
Green Mile?
The Green
Green
Knight.
Knight.
With
It's an
Deadpool.
Oh,
Angel.
that movie sucked.
That movie was
I was so excited for it.
I thought it was
too.
gonna be good too.
And it was really.
Dry and
Yeah.
drooling, and
And-
oh my god, it continued on for fucking forever.
plot was all.
It was
over.
plot.
Like it's one
Plotting.
of those
It was
movies
plotting.
that just like looks really pretty, but it's like where are we going?
Ooh,
What
Even
is it
then, I'm like,
doing?
does this even look pretty? That's the thing with the A20. I'm like, this just looks so washed. Like all the colors are very washed out and dry.
Yeah, I feel
And it's
you
like,
gotta
well, I
watch-
could do a wide shot. And it's like, okay, so what's in the wide
Oh.
shot? Like, why do I care?
I think my favorite A24
Be better.
movie.
Be a better director.
Have any of you seen The Farewell?
No.
So it has Aquafina in it, which I know, like.
Oh,
I love Aquafina.
But it's
I fucking knew you would.
But it's
Nora
like a
from
serious,
Queens, baby. Nora from Queens.
It's like a serious
Can we
movie.
name it Nora from Queens?
Nora from Queens.
But in the farewell, so
I
like her
Aquafina a lot.
her family's from China, and her grandma has like a terminal illness, and so they're all going back. But the grandma doesn't know. It's based on a true story. Like the director.
She doesn't know she's dying?
The grandma does not know she has a terminal illness. So the whole family is going back to China to like say goodbye to her for the last time. And they tell Aquafina she can't go because they know that she'll tell the grandma. So she goes anyway.
And she tells the grandma.
But it's like a big thing apparently where it's like for elderly people like to not always know, like their kids will like make these decisions for them. And anyway, but it's based on a true story of the director's grandma.
Is she like a vegetable?
No, she like has cancer, but she's like, and Aquafina's like, Grandma, I want to move back here to China with you, and like, I'd rather stay here. And her grandma's like, no, like you can't. Anyway.
Aquafina and John Cena have a new movie out together.
Do they really?
Yeah.
What is?
It looks horrible.
It's one of those.
She wins the lottery.
It's one of those straight to streaming movies. You want to talk about all movies being the same? Those straight to like Netflix or Apple TV or Amazon movies.
They're laundering money. Those are tax breaks.
They're all the same.
Those are tax breaks.
Yeah.
They're filmed within like a month. And that's it.
Yeah.
Dude, the thing about so me and my girlfriend
who watches them.
My girlfriend likes Stranger Things a lot.
Sure.
We're watching it, and the thing is, like, you can tell from like season 2 to season 3, these kids have aged so much. Like, what are they doing? Like, these kids are like fucking 30 now too.
It's also like it's not like the show's good, so you're taking all these hiatuses. To
it's not like fucking Harry Potter. Like,
shit sucks.
That's another thing about like all shit looking the same is like Netflix shows are like that because Netflix has these requirements of like you can only use certain cameras to film. You have to color grade to a certain like color space, and that's why all Netflix shows look the same because
fucking
I know it's so stupid.
Who the fuck
like
is
I don't even know
who's running Netflix.
I don't know.
Because remember they did the crackdown on the multiple accounts. It's like you're
I think
lose
that changed
revenue
because I've still signed in.
No,
I can't sign in anywhere else.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they had to end that because it was just getting too.
Yeah, maybe something's changed, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Netflix like demands all their shows literally like look the same. It's like their policy.
I think Apple TV's got a movie coming out with like George Clooney or something, and they're getting
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, they're getting paid like $60 million each. Like,
to
what
make
is
a shitty
happening?
movie.
Like, what is that movie even gonna have?
Apple TV, they did Napoleon.
Yeah.
Did
you like Napoleon?
Yeah, that was okay.
Hit the link in the episode description. Get 25% off your first purchase at CBDistillery. There is free shipping on orders of $75 or more. There are gummies, oils, chocolates, drink mixes, bombs, and even more chocolates. You can shop by benefit too. CBD to help relax, for pain relief, and it's even good for your pets. There's new Delta 9 THC gummies available in states legalized. Get some today. Hit the link in the episode description or in the Instagram bio at Schemin and Dreamin Pod to get your merch today. There are hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, anything you can dream of, we got it for you. Or you can check it out on snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. If you're interested in advertising on this show or our twin show, Two in the Cooler, email snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Fuck large companies.
Are you okay?
I'm picking it.
I
you
think
want
it's
some lotion?
insane.
I'm gonna stop picking.
We got some lotion out there.
Like Robert Downey
It's not
Jr.
gonna help at this point. The skin's gotta it's gotta come off. I have to molt. I'm molten.
You gotta
and
shed it off.
I'm very exposed
Shed
right now. I don't have my armor. I'm like a crab without
Okay.
a shell. I have to molt and then I'll get a new one and I'll be back with bigger pincers. I'll be better, but I just need to molt first.
Okay.
It's a painful and gross process. I feel like someone in John Carpenter's The Thing with all that weird body horror and the special effects, and it's
Your
just
skin is
me
just
peeling my own skin off.
like in Poltergeist.
I'm not a fan. I did tell someone at work
like
the other day. I'm like, I need new skin. I'm like, what do you mean by that? I'm like, I don't know either, but I need new skin.
But you just know it.
In like a Gein kind of way.
I'm feeling like Buffalo Bill.
Dude, like Robert Downey Jr. getting $95 million for fucking
to come back for
Marvels.
shitty Marvel.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
That's less of a budget than the new Alien movie.
Yeah, like the whole movie.
Yeah. That movie kicks
They're
ass.
just desperate. And then also, RDJ, you don't have enough money. That's why I don't take him seriously as an actor, dude. You were fine in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
But you're just... You do this cape shit. It's like, what? I'm not taking you seriously, dude. Go back to being on drugs. At least you were interesting back then. What are you getting off on now? How much money do you need? What are you spending this all on?
No idea.
You're just sitting on it and making shitty movies. I don't get it. It's a disease.
Oh, yeah. As long as they're getting a check, who cares?
I guess.
What would you not do for $95 million?
Oh, I'd probably do almost anything.
I would do probably anything.
Well, no. I have limits. I do have some...
He just fucks around. He probably is going to be at that fucking... He's probably going to work there for like a week.
Yeah, that's true.
He's going to be
it's all green screen, too.
Yeah, he's going to be there on set for like 15 hours probably in total.
Yeah, also terrible Doctor Doom casting.
Yeah, they're saying it's going to be Killian forever, but he said he would only do it if the script was
Killian's not
good.
going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem like a superhero movie guy.
He did the Batman movies, but that was with Nolan, and those were kind of good.
Yeah. Yeah, The Dark Knight still kicks ass.
I love those movies.
Yeah, it's still a great movie.
Yeah.
Watch out. The only good wasn't straight to streaming because it did have a limited theater release, but the only good one from that is The Irishman.
Oh my God!
Good Lord.
Here we go,
baby.
Here we go.
The Irishman.
I still haven't watched it.
You can borrow my DVD.
I have Netflix.
It's great. Everyone should watch.
I pay for Netflix.
I watch The Irishman twice a year. It's about 8 hours.
8 hours a year. You're setting up for The Irishman every year.
I'm sitting down and, buddy, I don't move from my fucking seat.
Do you space it out like every 6 months or?
No, it's just whenever I feel the need for the
When was the last time you watched it?
I watched it in May.
That's pretty recent.
Yeah, that's pretty recent.
So I'm feeling like November.
Probably in the winter. Yeah,
in
when it gets cold out.
In the winter, then I get depressed, and then I'm like, well, who else?
What'll bring me back?
The Irish. Well, no, it just makes me more sad. But I'm like, I'm with them. Like, I gotta feel like Jimmy Hoffa right now.
The very end of that movie does like fuck me up.
Oh, it's depressing. Yeah. It's so depressing.
I haven't seen it.
We're not gonna spoil The Irishman.
Don't do it. I'll watch it.
We won't ruin The Irishman for you, but it is.
I saw Zack Snyder re-released his movies, Rebel Moon.
Good
Lord. What do you mean re-released them?
He did a director's cut of his own movies that he had all artistic power over. Yeah, the one is 3.5 hours, and the other one's 4 hours long.
People hyped him up way too much, and now we're paying for it.
But I feel like I just felt a blood.
You just felt a scream in your chest.
I felt a blood vessel pop somewhere in my body.
Who is watching almost 8 hours of fucking Rebel Moon? Who's the market?
Zack Snyder needs to be in prison. He should be shot.
I watched a YouTuber talk about those movies.
Cut that. Zack Snyder should be killed.
He was like, I don't know like what he meant by saying this movie's gonna be okay. It's R now, because he's like, there's just so many boobs now. He's like, everything has to have a boob showing. Every scene. But he's just doing the R-rated thing to just make it.
First of all, it's also
like over the top.
Yeah, here's another thing: do you think he had this in his back pocket for when people inevitably like, oh, this is shit. Yes. Rebel Moon is shit, and
it's still shit.
He's like, no, look it's the director's cut. Isn't this better?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because his last director's cut got more receipts.
Does all that.
But that Justice League was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Dude, it was terrible. It was slow motion for 4 hours.
No, the OG.
Not the Irish.
I was talking Joss Whedon's.
Did you watch the Zack Snyder one? It's somehow even worse.
I cut it off.
Somehow even worse.
Joss Whedon's, I saw it in theaters.
No, but Andrew. It's a more complete vision. I'm like, well, your guy must be fucking blind and walking into traffic because this is not a good vision to have.
I can't. I don't know. I like 300.
I don't even like 300. I think 300's fucking garbage.
Dude, it's funny if you're like, you're high or something.
No, if I get high, I get terrified of the muscle men. And you know me, I'd be siding with those Persians.
Get the brolics off. Get the big brolic guys off, mommy.
They're scaring me. And you know me, I'd be siding with those Persians so you get into their bathhouses.
Yep.
Yeah.
It always comes back.
You know,
Give me
into them
circle,
bathhouses. Time is a flat circle. Speaking of time is a flat circle, I did catch another murder case in Louisiana, so I gotta go down there for a couple of weeks and figure that out.
What? Katrina? Like, I don't know what you mean.
No, time is a flat circle. You ever watch True Detective?
Oh, yeah.
Season 1?
Yeah, it's all
That's what I'm talking about.
I fucking love that.
That's such a good
season
of
TV.
television. It's so fucking good.
And then they didn't know what to do after. They
2.
panic hired Vince Vaughn. You know? They're like, shit.
That's never a good sentence. That's never a good sentence. You panic hired Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn's gonna save us.
Yeah. We saw McConaughey and Woody make fucking magic.
I mean, they threw everyone they could into a pot and they just bland. I mean, Colin Farrell's a good start.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible
It's not a bad start.
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams is good.
Jodie Foster? I mean,
I didn't watch that season.
I didn't either, but I mean, I like.
I
Jodie
heard
Foster.
it was bad.
I heard
I never even watched season 2 because I
season
was like,
3 is a bad.
Couldn't.
Season 3
Is
is
that the one
okay.
with Mahershala Ali?
It's okay.
Yeah, I do like
it's
him.
okay.
He's in the new Jurassic Park, and it's the first movie he's doing since 2019.
Oh my God.
Oscar
For Moonlight, or no?
The driving movie.
Green Book.
Oh, Green
Green
Book.
Book.
Can't
remember.
Did he win the Oscar for that? I thought that it just won Best Picture.
Oh no, yeah,
He won the
Moonlight.
Oscar for Moonlight, and that was 2017.
Yeah, so after the
Get your
Green
head
Book.
out of your ass.
We were
Mixed them
both
up.
half right.
Yeah, mixed them up.
Green Book sucks. It's just an Italian guy driving a guy around South for an hour being like, what do you mean he can't eat at the same restaurant as us? What? What do you mean he's got to use his own bathroom? What are you talking about? Isn't he one of us? What are you talking about? He's just a guy.
That's my brother.
What, he can't eat in the same restaurant as me?
close.
He's like, never mind, Vinio, let's go somewhere else. No, hold on. What do you mean he can't? It's just an Italian being confused at racism in the South. When meanwhile, those Italians up north are probably the most racist people you'll ever meet in your goddamn life. Because there's a scene where he takes Mahershala Ali to his family dinner. And all his fat brothers are there, and they're all like looking. They're like, "What are you doing? Grab a plate. Come on in."
Yeah,
like it's like that would happen as soon as like his fattest youngest brother sees Mahershala Ali. It'd be like, "What's that doing here? Get him out of my fucking house." They're the most and this is the '60s. They're the most racist people on the planet.
Yeah.
That's what I love about The Sopranos is all those guys are.
They don't hide it.
All those guys are Italian stereotypes, and they're the most racist piece of shit
so
ever.
Open about it too. It's, dude, what was that?
Paulie's like, those blacks, and meanwhile, like Paulie just murders an old lady for her money. He's like, what are you talking about, you evil piece of shit? How can you still be racist?
Dude, that guy climbed the fucking the flagpole.
Yeah, I saw a couple
Precy
walking over there. They had the two. I'm not even gonna say it. We don't have to bleep it. Yeah. I'd be quoting the show though.
Don't say it. Don't even. Yeah, I mean Tony when fucking Meadow brought that guy home.
Noah.
Yeah, Noah. Yeah, I can remember his name.
The Hasidic homeboy. He was half Jewish.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, he's like he freaked out.
He had a panic attack over it. He literally had a panic attack
over the nerdiest dude I've ever seen.
Listen. He's just having panic attacks left and right.
Yeah, what a guy.
He is the ideal American. That is America. Tony Soprano as America is a common motif in the show. It's not supposed to be something to be admired. That's kind of a lot of the point.
I can't believe your brother won't watch that, but he'll watch fucking Peaky Blinders.
Because he has no taste. He has zero taste.
It's wrestling season.
He almost has zero taste at all. It's surprising how much people have little taste.
Dude, my little brother, he's probably seen like 8 movies in his life.
I don't even think he knows what planet he's on.
No, that's fair. He's a different breed.
He's a creature of some sort. And he should be cast into the depths of hell.
Yeah, probably.
How about them astronauts up there? What's going on with that? I haven't kept up.
Aren't they lost up there?
Oh, this is
It's the
Major
aliens.
Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today.
Ooh, shit! You hit that note.
Did I?
Eh.
I was. That's
Almost.
That's all I've been doing for the past 2 days at work.
What? Just.
I've been singing Starman and Space Oddity by David Bowie, talking about the astronauts, but I refuse to look up the story. And the woman who's destined to mine is like, "Can you please shut up?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Stop singing those two songs." And I'm like, "Do you think they see the sunset before we do up there?"
They definitely do.
I'm just being an ass about it. There's a starman waiting in the sky.
You can go to Bill's home over there. You can go to Bill's game.
Talking about the astronauts.
Yeah.
We'll get to the Bills. What's going on with the astronauts?
Well,
Why are they
I
coming?
don't
Bills
know
say-
shit about the astronauts.
The Bills will play before the astronauts are home.
No, they're not coming back
What
till
astronauts?
2025.
What is this?
They can't.
There's
they're
astronauts
trapped in
stranded in
space.
space. Yeah.
Damn.
I think 6 weeks is what they say.
Usually I'm like pretty on top of the news, but I don't know anything about this.
Major
'Cause they found an
Tom to
alien.
ground control.
Yeah,
They're
probably.
trying to keep it hush
Wanna
hush.
Take your protein pills and put your helmet on.
I know that this was like this is not important at all, but remember when that little weird gray alien thing
Yeah.
was like found?
At the Congress
And
or
you
whatever.
and Ben were doing an episode, and you were looking at
What?
a picture of it, and Ben was like, "Now imagine this thing in a pair of cool gray 11s." I think about that like once a week. I just like laugh to myself.
That is a great joke.
I think about it all the time,
quote.
constantly. Anyway,
That is a great
Yeah.
joke.
Did
He's
we
got-
fucking
find
cracks
the
me
little
up.
gray men?
you know,
Do you know
some
what I'm
guy
talking
had
about?
one at Congress.
they were doing like a congressional hearing about
Yeah.
aliens.
This guy was saying he was
This thing-
exposing. Yeah, it was like, dude,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
like this big.
It's like very dusty. It's like ancient. It's very dusty looking.
Yeah,
It's a dusty looking
Let me see if-
motherfucker.
let
It's
me see
probably
if
a
I can find
mummy.
it.
yeah. I
We
mean,
found child mummies before. They exist.
he said he worked at Area 51, and this was it.
The
Okay.
this thing.
Some cool gray 11.
Imagine those nice cool parasites.
Oh my god. Anyway,
What a fucking clown that guy is.
I know.
Dude, when he hits, he does hit.
One of you
and
guys
that's
are
why
gonna
you
have
can't
to-
say mad at him too much, despite his idiocy. And
He'll say the dumbest
How
thing
much
you've
I
ever heard
despise him.
anybody in the history of people
But,
say.
only
And then
his-
he'll drop the funniest line you've ever
Yes.
heard anybody say.
he's a beautiful retard.
Yeah.
He put hot sauce on his balls on camera.
Yeah, here.
Like it was like the first or second episode I ever did. Alone
And that's
with
the
you guys.
worst thing that's happened
It
on
was the
camera
first.
here?
It was the first.
It was the first episode I ever did.
Well, I've been pitching an idea since we started this podcast, but it's never gonna happen.
What is it?
I want a transgender man to fuck a transgender woman, like, on this table.
You're talking about just making pornography, and no, as
No,
I'm
you-
vetoing this.
You're not listening.
I'm vetoing this right
it's
now.
It's not the full thing.
It's for the Patreon.
But while that's
We have
happening,
one?
we continue and just have a normal
We have a
like
Patreon.
episode.
Why am I? This is the first I'm hearing of this. Never mind. Talk about your porn.
So while that happens, we just record the podcast like nothing is going on, and just completely ignore them having sex.
They've
One,
been-
you're still filming pornography.
Okay.
Which
Well, technically,
I don't
it's
know-
not me. You know, I don't set up the cameras.
no, shut the. Let's break.
Ben's bringing the transgenders, and then they have
my
sex.
God.
Where
in
does
front
Ben
of
know
us.
the trannies from? No,
No, you can't say that.
I'm sorry. That's the worst thing that's happened. in
Come
this
on.
studio. Yikes.
Come on.
No, because that's still pornography. It doesn't matter if that's not the focus. They're still fucking there and we're recording
Yeah.
it. Two, I'm not going
Well,
to
we
be...
can put it on Pornhub. Get a bigger audience.
Well, I showed you the porn, but that wasn't to camera. But listen, and it's also what... I'm not going to sit there for...
Imagine a podcast on Pornhub, dude. That's
What?
going to get screenshots sent all around Twitter.
You're lucky we don't have an HR department in this little studio.
She saw Ben's balls day one, pretty much.
She should have went to HR.
Yeah, that's Andrew.
We should have an
He
HR.
wasn't here.
I looked away as much as I could.
You can't. They're
It was a
huge.
train wreck.
They're huge.
He's
got elephantitis.
You know what? No,
or
I
whatever
started
it's
this podcast by apologizing to Canada. You know what, Canada? Do better. Where's our HR? There should be an HR.
It's actually bad.
It's
our HR.
Ben is
Look
our
around.
HR representative.
Yeah,
You
Ben's
walk
our-
into
Do
his
you see
office
him
and he's
anywhere?
just spread eagle, fully
Yeah.
nude. How can I help you guys?
Yeah, what's
today?
going on, guys?
What's up, guys?
Feeling
What's going
okay?
on? You guys all right? Cool.
Can you get out? I gotta eat tuna now.
You can't see his penis because there's like a puff of vape.
I'm having a bad day.
Always hovering over it.
It's a bad
Just
show
all-
day. I think that's what
He's
he calls
always
it.
spread eagle and naked, but there's just always like a puff of vape just covering it.
Dude, when he at his apartment, I would come in, all like just unannounced, pretty much, and I would walk into his bedroom. He would just be sleeping butt ass naked.
He sleeps naked. It's disgusting. It's gross. It's the grossest thing.
Have you walked in on it?
No, because he'll get up and be naked. He's also, when we were in high school.
I feel like you've seen Ben naked too many times.
When we were in high school, my mom's friend came by. I mean, my friend's
He's
mom.
been doing this since
My
forever?
friend's mom came by
Yeah.
to come pick up her son. And me and Matt were passed out in the basement. 'cause
You were
we
in high school?
Smoking weed.
Yeah.
So we were passed out because we were smoking weed like a couple of G's.
Okay.
But so my friend's mom came over to see where his son was. Come up. Ben answers the door in a bathrobe and it's open and he's just naked there.
Yeah. Yeah, I can picture it.
And he was just nonchalant about it. Like there's nothing wrong with it.
What's going on? Yeah.
And well, you can't. Matt's mom still brings that up to me.
It was Matt's mom?
Matt's mom, yeah.
Did she
What'd
think it
she
was
think?
funny?
Did you think he was
She's
home?
like, "Is my son here?" And then Ben's like, "Oh yeah, he's downstairs. Let me go get him." And then just walks downstairs.
With his robe open?
Yeah, he just had it over.
I don't think you could tie it.
That's another thing. I
Yeah.
don't think he can either.
I don't think he
I don't.
can.
I've never
seen it tied.
seen him tie his shoes.
I don't think you could tie
I
it.
think
I know what robe you're talking about. It's like white.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
I've
just
seen
wide.
it. I've only seen his dick when he's worn that. So I
Yeah,
think
I don't think
I don't
you
think you
tie
could
it.
tie it.
It's
I've
just
never seen it
incapable
tied.
of it. No. Yeah, she still brings that up. Yeah, Matt's family.
She probably
They
thought,
know
like,
about Big Ben
he's
on
probably
the
just-
peripheral.
You know, he's probably out of the shower, a little water dripping down.
I don't even know if
from
he
his forehead
was.
to his.
I don't
to his
even
ball
know if
sack.
he was. I think he was just hanging out naked in a robe.
Yeah, that could.
Well, I
do
mean,
it.
what are you
That's
gonna be
possible,
clothed?
too.
Didn't have a robe on?
Well, if someone's at your door, do you answer the door like that?
Well,
no, you
no.
throw something on, and then you tie the robe or something. Like
Yeah, how old was Ben in this? Was he in high
he
school?
was 19 during this.
Yeah, he was. He was on a bender.
Probably, but still, dude, that's just.
From like 19 to. From 19 to, like 20. When did? How old was he when he started dating his ex? Because that's around when the bender ended.
23-ish.
Yeah, from 19 to 23ish,
Yeah.
he was on a bender.
It's good to see the end of that.
The bender?
Yes.
Why? Because now it's on again.
It's not fun. It's not fun when you're witnessing it.
It's on again though.
I don't know what he does now. He's also too old for it. He needs to calm down.
What do you think? How you feel about the Bills game? You feel good? Bad?
You know, I looked at the depth chart
Yeah.
and I was feeling confident about the offense all offseason. Then I looked at the wide receivers. Yeah. And I said, we're going in with this?
It's gonna be Josh and Kincaid all year.
I'm a little less confident.
But the thing about the Chiefs is
I'm
like
a little
their
less.
receivers are much better.
There's differences. I'm a little less confident. And Milano being out again, I'm very less confident.
Yeah, that really hurt. That dude from Lancaster made the Bills though. That's pretty cool.
Buffalo Joe.
Yeah.
My friend used to wrestle with him. They were on the wrestling team together.
I wouldn't want to wrestle him. He's an NFL linebacker. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, your friend's an idiot.
Your friend probably got that.
Your friend got the shit kicked out of him.
I would. That's not a guy I'd want. Like, Like, I saw a video.
He's a cute kid, too.
You think? How many beers?
Oh. Probably, since he plays for the Bills, probably only like 5.
Yeah.
So if I had 3 more of these, I'm there. I'd probably, just, why not? He's a cute kid. Yeah. And he plays for the Bills.
I think he'll be all right.
He was good in that preseason.
He was very good in all preseason.
He was all over it. He was all over it.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't make the play, he was right in the vicinity.
I saw we signed Mike White. He
good.
A couple of years ago, he got his ribs crushed by Milano.
He said he feels like there's still part of his rib somewhere.
Yeah, still at like the 30-yard line. He said. Yeah. I like that. He's in the Hall of Fame. His jersey is.
Sure, bring him on.
He threw for 560 yards and like 6 touchdowns as a Jet in his first game or so. He did something. It was the most ever.
His numbers aren't great though.
No, he had one insane football game.
And then just petered out like most Jets QBs.
Yeah, he said, I felt like I was the best.
Except for someone named Aaron Rodgers who will never get there.
Yeah, I don't think Aaron Rodgers.
He's cooked. It's not happening. The Jets are a favorite to win the AFC East on the bet lines.
I don't believe it.
I'm like, what are you smoking?
Ayahuasca.
It's not happening.
Dude,
your best chance is if Rodgers gets hurt early and Tyrod can stay healthy.
Oh, he threw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Bengals and beat them with the Jets.
Typical backup quarterback. I mean, how many did you have last year like that? How many did you have like?
Josh Dobbs. He went crazy.
Dobbs went crazy. What's his name? Jake Browning went crazy one game. Gardner Minshew went crazy one game.
He's starting still. You see him with Trump?
It's Gardner Minshew and Trump.
Gardner Minshew, Max Crosby, and somebody else with Trump.
Damn, I'm really rooting against those Raiders now.
Yeah.
Rooting for the Chargers, rooting against the Raiders.
Yeah. You don't like Jim Harbaugh?
I love Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm rooting for the Chargers.
Oh, I thought you said you weren't rooting for them.
No, I'm rooting for them.
I like the Chargers.
I'm not rooting for the Broncos. I hate Sean Payton.
Oh, yeah, I don't like Sean Payton either.
He's mean to Russell Wilson, and somehow that bothers me. I saw him yelling at Russell Wilson on the sideline last year, and then I'm like, he's not great, but I'm like, he's not that bad.
Well,
and he's been to more Super Bowls than you, Sean Payton.
Well, what do you expect?
And I'm like, maybe you should be a little nicer to Russ. That's what I thought.
He probably ate his Subway sandwich.
And I know people have a problem with Russ because he seems disingenuous, but I always just feel like he's that guy. Like he's a cringy cornball.
That's what he is.
And I kind of appreciate.
He plays into it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. People should stop being mean to Russell Wilson.
I think
I wish him great success with the Steelers.
I think he's gonna.
I wish they will make the wild card round and we could beat them in round 1 again.
I was at that game
my
last
dream.
year.
Was that a great game?
It was really cold.
Yeah.
I think he's a perfect Steelers quarterback because they're gonna win games 6-3 because he does not turn the ball over. He will take a sack every single time.
Yeah, it's better than having Justin Fields in there. I'll tell you that.
Your brother, he fought me.
Is he a Fields truther?
Yeah,
He's a fucking idiot.
Every year he would tell me, he's like, you just haven't seen enough of him. Like he's on the Bears.
We've seen enough.
I was like, it's year 3.
I've seen more than plenty.
Yeah, you should know by year 4 if he's gonna be good at it.
Seen more than plenty.
Yeah.
He's not all of a sudden gonna get what? The Steelers are a QB factory. Kenny Pickett, and then who was after Ben Roethlisberger, who you've had since 2004?
Yeah, they had nothing before him either.
That's no.
Fucking Terry Bradshaw's about it.
Yeah, it's just I don't see Justin Fields ever taking off there.
Nah. If he can't beat Russell,
people are like, well, he could run. I mean, look how good he ran in the preseason game. We shut him down.
Yeah.
That 1/4, they were at like the goal line, and then he was going to try to run, and they immediately sniffed it out, and then 8 defenders were just on top of him, and just it's like as soon as you sniff it out, he can't throw the ball.
Yeah, you gotta make him.
You're not Lamar.
No.
You could run just as fast as him, but hey, at least Lamar can fucking throw the ball once in a while.
He could definitely,
and he's pretty good at it. As long as he doesn't play hero ball throwing it, he's fine.
That fucking playoff game made me so mad when he threw that stupid ass pick.
Triple
coverage.
They were all over the place. He's good. I still believe.
I like
Lamar
Lamar.
Jackson's
I like
great.
Lamar too.
Yeah, he's not as good. He's not better than Josh Allen. No.
No.
Is he better than Burrow? I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? I don't know.
I'd
Burrow
take him.
gets hurt all the time. Lamar does too, but Burrow, I don't see what the hype is about Burrow.
He's handsome.
Is he? Discount Bill Skarsgård.
The Crow.
You're not as prettier as the Killer Clown.
I heard The Crow that just came out.
Terrible.
That movie is so bad that it's good. It's like one of those movies. The first like hour of the movie is like a dramatic love story that is just awful.
Isn't it like an hour and 45 minutes?
It's like 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Really?
And then the next hour.
2 hours for this.
Yep. It's like an hour 55, I think, or somewhere around there. And then the next hour is him just like killing people.
Yeah.
Is The Crow.
Revenge movie.
Yeah, they say it's really, really bad.
I love the Skarsgård so much.
Yeah.
The Skarsgård.
I do, all of them.
I love all of them too.
But
yeah.
like, of all the movies to like fucking remake, I don't know.
That movie didn't even.
Yeah.
Like, just leave it alone.
Bruce Lee's son died for it. Just let
Yeah,
him do
and
it.
like that was like his. I don't know.
Did you ever see the original?
I've seen maybe like a really long time ago. I know the whole like, you know,
Yeah, the story.
and stuff, and like.
I saw it once too, and it was good.
Yeah,
It's
like
an
I know
old
it's
movie.
just kind
It's
of like a
90s,
cult like favorite, you know,
Yeah.
like whatever. It's based on a comic book. Well, and the guy.
I'm sure Rust will get there too.
Who?
Rust, that
Rust.
movie that fucking
Alec
Baldwin
shot someone.
killed that lady on.
Murdered her. Capped her ass. Put a bitch out.
God damn it.
No, it was sad. This is ground control to
Yeah, let's sing us out. Sing us our way out.